Hello, everybody. Let me know that you can hear me. You should be able to. I don't think there's any problems hearing tonight, but let me know anyway. I want to show you guys that I have got this raffle. It is filled up for the second to last satellite. It is the second to last satellite for the gold. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Susan. Susan, you got some mail coming. And by the way, Susan, you got 5 ounces coming because you are a new patron and you get an ounce for being a patron. Hi, Freedom Fighter. I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad. I am really glad. Thank you. And there's 2 satellites left. One satellite left. This second to last one is closed, but I have whoever wins that one, which I'm going to draw here in a minute, gets a spot on this half-ounce gold, guys. Gold is going up. Hey, Patty, I really needed to close this out, right? Gold is going up, so I needed to get this closed, so I decided to join the last 2 satellites as one. Hey, Lee Smith, who's not really Lee Smith. Oh, I know who that is. And good luck to you, Mr. is Lee Smith on one of these raffles that you're on. So right now I have one last satellite. No more win-in spots. No more any of that. I am going to do a Darth Vader silver coin on this community. So people say, how do I find your raffle? This is my YouTube channel. Home, videos, playlists, community. Hey, Whitey. And that means the community is where I usually post. You know, I can post pictures and I can post, you know, any information I want to, right? But I'll put my raffles here, and usually they're at the top, but sometimes I'll post a couple other things on top of them, and then I'll repost them or give you guys a reminder like this one says, don't forget, like this one's right here. So here's the 10 people on this closed one, and you can see if your name is on there, what number you are. I messed up on one of these one time. Yes, Patricia, you got it. Good choice. And, yep, it's coming. 5 ounces for you, Susan. Anyway, I'm going to put Patricia on number 8 before I forget. Not that I'm trying to forget anything. And that is $20 a spot, not 10 this time, because it's 2 spots, guys. And I'm sure you can read that, even though I'm going up, down, and probably annoying some of you. There are now 5 spots left on the $20 for 10 spots. And that means you win 2 spots on this one. Okay, so I am going to draw that real quick so that it's done. And I have allergies like crazy. It's been raining, so you'll hear me sniff and clear my throat a lot, probably. What is it?
I remember when you said someday I could get my nails painted at the nail salon?
Yes, nails at the nail salon, absolutely.
I really want to do it tonight.
Okay, tonight's too late. So maybe, whoops, back here. Maybe to next week, after the fair. We have the Montana Fair this week.
After the fair?
Yeah, like next week. Yes, Susan, what spot would you like? Just tell me.
This is huge.
If you look here, on the $20, I got 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 left. Tricia just took 8. My mom's is on 2. My friend David and Red Pill, my friend Red Pill, who already has a spot here, but I said, why don't you go for some more? Like, you get 2 with this one. So just tell me which one you want. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for you to tell me that, I'm going to go ahead and draw this one. So, good luck. Gotcha, number 5. Good luck. Drum roll. Hi. Number 6. Who's number 6? Oh, Gina. She's going to be excited.
I like Mommy's shirt.
Gina's going to be excited.
Wait, who's Gina?
Gina just won a spot. Gina just won a spot on the $100 gold raffle, and I'm just going to give her whatever spot for now, and I can change it later. My goodness. Gina and Guy. If you don't know, this is God's Guy on YouTube and Twitter. Whoa, hello. You guys should check him out. He is wonderful, and he gives me lovely shout outs that I really appreciate once in a while, because I don't expect people to do that on a regular basis. That'd be crazy, right? To just be talking about me all the time on their own channel. I can't do that. So I love that he does it at all. I think that is a wonderful thing. He is a wonderful guy. Check out his YouTube. Yay, congrats, Gina. And I think they have their own live thing tonight. I think they call it Miracle Mondays. So it's God's Guy and Gina. And he is on the YouTube. Let's see, he'll be over here somewhere. Let's find him. There he is, God's Guy, right there. And he's wonderful. This is the one. I think this is the one that he gave me a nice little shout out that says I call BS. And he's not a swear, guys. He loves God, and he is great with the kiddos say hi. He is great with the scripture. He really is knowledgeable. He has got a great story, great story. But so yay, Gina, I'll let her know. And I wanted to mention I am really grateful. Thank you, Susan. Gotcha on number 5, and I got your $20. I am really grateful to everyone who's watched the new video of mine. That would be this, oh, not him, me. My Saturn one. It's getting a good amount of views. Don't worry, it's not really monetized. None of them are. So I don't want views for money. I don't know if you guys know that most of my stuff gets demonetized. It's not a big deal because it's not like I making a whole bunch of money on these. It's not a big deal at all. What is a big deal is that people get the message and people get truth. So thank you for those watching it and sharing it, liking it, and even the 2 thumbs down are fine with me because who cares, right? Like they watched it. They paid attention to something in there, and even if they didn't like the information for some reason, they might think about it later. It might change something in their life. So because I'm not monetized, I do have a patron. It's Lady Liberty. Look up here. It's patreon.com/Lady Liberty 17. Even though my username is _7K, you wouldn't type that into the patron. Oh, hey, God's Guy. Guess what? Gina just won a spot on the $100 gold raffle. I will show you right now. You and Gina, obviously, but check it out. You guys just won, and I put you in spot number 2, but if you'd rather have spot number 6, 9, oh, I guess I have 4 spots left. That's okay. I think I had a plan for one of these is why I said 3, but this is the last satellite I'm going to do for this one. I'm not going to do any more satellites, so either someone's going to have to buy it for $100, or I think I know somebody that wanted to have the spot. So regardless, it's going to be full in the next day. But yeah, Gina just won you guys a spot on the main raffle for a ½ ounce of gold that would have cost $100 a spot. So boom, that's great. And I was just talking about your page, which is also great. And I was just going to mention my Patreon real quick. It's not a handout, guys. I do spend money on making a music software I have to pay $10 a month. I don't care, right? But I'm just letting you guys know it's not a handout. I do spend money to try to put this stuff out and not get copyright strikes so that they can't take it down or anything like that. And we love you too, God's Guy, a ton. So it helps cover other things. I'll tell you what, it saved my bum this month because I would have been in the hole if it weren't for my patron donors. So it saved me. It paid my phone bill. Glory to God. So I will mention that, patreon.com/Lady Liberty 17. And I wanted to mention my gold and silver page again because I'm going to give you guys a little bit of gold and silver education tonight. And I hope you like it. I hope it's helpful to you because I don't spend enough time with my gold and silver stuff because I feel like I know so much about it. It's hard for me to make any more videos than the ones I've made, but I could probably redo some of them, right? So here's my website. It's 7kmetals.com/Lady Liberty, and you see my name, my phone number, and my email. That's how you get a hold of me. Yes, I'm so glad you got that. Nice job. You won another one. People love getting silver, guys, in the mail. If you buy from my company, 7K Metals, it comes to you in the mail. It comes right to your door. And if you're buying on a regular basis, you're going to save a lot more money with this company because we do have better prices than anywhere else that you're going to find. And anyway, I'm not going to plug that too much. I'm going to do a little education. I think it's going to be fun. I haven't done this in a while. So you get to see my face today. I haven't shown my face in a while. I get kind of tired of it because I got to feel like I got to make myself, you know, ready for the video, and it's not a big deal, but so what I'm going to talk about, there's different ways to buy gold and silver, okay? If you already know this and you're bored, I'm sorry, you can tune in later. I got some AI robot news I'll go over in a little while, but there's coins. This is a coin, even though it's 2 ounces, it is still a coin, right? Just like our old silver dollars, I'm sorry, like 50-cent pieces, quarters, and dimes. It's the same with these. So this is a 2-ounce coin, and it's a coin because it comes from a mint, and it's given a denomination. It says 2 onzas at the top. I know the light's bright, so that denomination is a face value. So it's worth more than that. Like if it said $2, it's worth more than $2, okay? But it's got to have a face value and a denomination so people know it's a coin that was made in an official mint as money. So you wouldn't take it into a store and say, I want to buy something that's only $2 with this. That would be a really bad idea, okay? Because it's actually worth more like 40. Well, yeah, about 40 now. So that is a coin. This is bullion. Bullion means it's not a coin. It doesn't have a denomination. It doesn't even have to have a mint printed on it. It might not even be this cool where it's got like a design going on with, you know, this, by the way, guys, nothing about my silver and gold is satanic. Even if it has the queen on it, it all melts down for the same price. The Mayan calendar, or Aztec calendar, doesn't mean I follow the Aztec calendar or anything like that, but it's a very cool round is what you'd call this, because it's round and it's bullion. If it was a bar, I'd call it a bar. If it was an ingot, I'd call it ingot. If it was a gram break-off or combi bar, you know, stuff like that. So this is bullion. It's not a coin. Now, it's worth a little bit less than a coin because they put a premium on the coins, because the coins usually have more of a defined design, like it's usually more defined, but it doesn't mean it's really worth more to have a coin unless the dollar crashes and this is all we've got. Then it might be worth more to have the coin than the bullion, because the bullion doesn't have the fact that it was minted from a mint or like the US mint, so somebody might not believe it's real silver, right? They might not take it, and they're not going to have a device to be able to check how much silver you have. So in the midst of a crash, you're going to want coins. If you're just doing like I am and you just love silver, you're going to buy both. Or some people just buy bullion because it's actually cheaper than coins by a few dollars, sometimes several dollars. And then you've got collectibles. So there's bars. There's also coin bars. This is a coin bar. The reason it's a coin bar is because it's a coin with a denomination. It says $1 on the back, and it's got the evil queen, but it comes from the Perth Mint, I believe. Yeah, the Australian Perth Mint. Now, the reason, this could be collectible without being in this ginormous case, because the fact that it's the only coin bar out there makes it interesting. So if you're still with me, raise your hand, because I just like a little, hey, we're listening, Aaron. If you're bored, tell me that, because I find this stuff fascinating and I can go on about it forever. But this is a graded coin bar, which means it's essentially collectible on its own because it is the only coin bar, right? And thanks that you love my face, guy. It is the only coin bar so far that's been made, but it's in perfect condition. It's called Mint State 70. The Sheldon scale, for whatever reason, is 0 to 70. I don't really care why it's from 0 to 70. I never researched that. That's not something I ever got interested in. Who cares, right? If you care, go ahead and find out and let me know, and I'll probably remember that. But I don't know. It's 0 to 70. 0 is unrecognizable. You can't recognize it. 70 means it's never been touched, dinged, put it in a bag with other coins. It's in perfect condition. It's vacuum sealed. It's given a certification number to say, I'm exactly what I say I am, right? And the mints don't do this. You got to send it to a company. The top 2 companies are PCGS and NGC. I don't know what that stands for if you're going to ask me on the spot, but it's like National Grading Company and Professional PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Systems. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, good. I'm glad you're not bored. So PCGS and NGC are the top 2. They have apps for your phone. You can look up these numbers that they give you. And you can say, okay, I put this ID number in, and it's going to tell you what the coin is, how many were minted at all, how many were graded perfect condition, because I'm going to tell you almost always it's like between 1 and 5% for most coins. It's only going to be 1 and 5% for, hey, Gina, you won a spot on the gold. Booyah. What I mean is you've got a chance at winning half-ounce gold because you won satellite. So, and there's other spots, one more satellite, guys. Anyway, this is in perfect condition, so it's collectible. Just like you collect anything. If you collect baseball cards or comic books, they're going to say, well, who's on it? You're going to go, well, it's a dragon coin. It's the only one. It's the only one. There's none other than, oh, yeah, it's a good one, right? Yeah, I love my hat too, right? A little dirty, but dirt happens. And then they could say, that's so cool. You have the dragon. That's the only one I know, right? And it's in perfect condition. Oh, yeah, I don't believe you. Well, check it out. I've got the identification number to prove it. And it's a first day issue, man. Whoa, bro. You got the first day issue? Yeah. So cool. That's why it's a collectible. So when people collect silver and they go, I don't understand how it's a collectible. When they don't collect, they stack. They say, I just want this. I don't want anything else. I want bullion, and that's all I want. Well, they say, I don't understand. It's just silver. It's just silver. It's just where the price is silver. Well, pretend it's not silver. Pretend it's like this mirror. This is the only mirror that was ever made in purple and teal. Ever. There's going to be a group of people that want this mirror. They're going to be like, I want that mirror. And I'll pay whatever I got to pay to have that mirror because there's only one of them. Or maybe they just like unicorns, so they buy a bunch of unicorn stuff. Or maybe they like President Donald Trump, so they say, I really want some Donald Trump stuff. I want a Trump flag. I want a Trump hat. I want a Trump shirt. I want a Trump shoes. I want Trump earrings and Trump coin. I don't care if it's silver because I don't understand silver. They don't care what it is. It's collectible because of what it means to them, right? So a collectible has value because it's collectible. Now, here's the thing. How do you know it's only worth the price that somebody will pay for it? Yeah, I sold motorcycles. I've heard that so many times. And it's true for a lot of things. But guess what? I know. I'm like, wow, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, bro. So if I came to you and I said, I want to sell this. And I want to sell it for $500. And you're going to go, well, is it worth $500? And we're going to go, we're going to look up and see what it's been selling for. If it's selling for $500 on a pretty regular basis, like if I can find 4 times even that it's sold for $500, then I can sell it for $500. It's worth $500 because it's selling for $500. Just like I used to tell people with their used Harley Davidson motorcycles, guy, you'll get this, right? It's worth what somebody to pay for it. Well, I bought all this stuff and I put all this stuff on it and it cost me $20,000. And you're going to take it in, they're going to go, we don't care. That's your stuff that you put on. Somebody else is going to want to do their stuff. Now, if you find the right guy, they'll pay for your stuff that you put on there, right? However, the bike is selling itself for this price on a regular basis, right? So I'm only going to pay this much for it. That's how you know what it's worth. So, one more lesson. There's different kind of graded collectibles. So, there's collectibles that's like, who's on it? Spider-Man. No, I'm not selling this one, guys. I'm not doing a raffle of this because I only got one. This is called Black Mirror. This is just mirrored. Now, I don't know if I can do it justice on here, but this one is blacker. This one shines. This one stays kind of black. Like your phone versus a regular mirror. That's why your phone's called a black mirror. So your friend's like, Bill, hey, Bill. And he's like, yo, what's up, Ted? Check out my new Spider-Man coin. And Ted's going to be like, whoa! Is that the PGC SPR70D cam? Yeah, bro. Yes, dear. No. That one's free.
I know, I already have that one.
Okay, not while I'm doing this. Maybe later we'll talk. Okay. All right, so, and then somebody standing outside of Bill and Ted go, what are you talking about? I mean, I like Spider-Man, but what the heck is PCGS PR70D cam mean? If they even remember all that, right? And you're going to go, oh, man, excellent. So glad you asked, right? Well, the PR means it's a proof, which means it's got mirrored image. That's the mirror part. And the 70 means it's perfect condition. Woo! Woo! And the D means it's got depth. So if you look at it, which you guys is hard to see, it's thicker than other ones, right? Well, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's thicker than this one. But I hope my talk-to-text is actually saying what I'm saying. Oh, yes. Well, it seems to be working. But I get in trouble texting badly even without talking. So anyway, the D is because it's got depth, right? So it's 3D when you look at it. I don't think I can do it justice on here, the 3D. But it is. What's the cameo mean? Well, I think that's the black mirror part, right? Whoa! All right. So, you don't need to know all this stuff. I already know it for you guys. I already know this for you. You don't need to know anything. But it's fun to learn. This one is a PF70 Ultra Cameo. Okay, so cameo doesn't mean the black mirror, but I forget. It doesn't matter. I remember. It means that this part's mirror and the queen's head is not. That's what it means. So this is ultra mirrored because they don't have to be this mirrored, right? So it's a PF proof. Okay, proof, mirror. Ultra cameo means it's mirrored only on the background and the foreground is not mirrored. I'm glad you guys got your coin. And it's ultra. So it's ultra over the top mirrored, extra more than normal, and it's a 70. There aren't a lot of these. There's less of them. They're more collectible. All right. Don't worry. I'm going to get on to my AI articles and stuff in a second, but I've got a couple more things to mention. Hey, buddy. So this is gold, right? This is a 1/4 ounce. This is a 1/10 ounce, like a dime and a quarter. Dime, over here, backwards, quarter. These are MS70. Gold is soft. Gold is a lot softer than silver. So if you want pure gold, hey Ben, to be in perfect mint state condition, it's really hard. So there's even less of these. Okay, so there's not a lot of these, and not a lot of these, and not a lot of these. There's even less of these. So which one's most collectible? The rarest ones, right? The rarest ones. Lower population. Now you can say, well, Erin, your company wants me to buy an MS70 Silver Eagle, and there's a lot of those, and I think it's almost like 30% of them are come out MS70. Sometimes. Some years they don't. If I had a regular old Silver Eagle, and I do upstairs, but I do down here. I'll find one. If I had a regular old Silver Eagle, MS70. Gotta get the case. Oh, it's heavy. Okay. If I had a regular old MS70 and I paid what you want me to pay for it, it's not worth that. I can find it for less on eBay. Well, go buy it for less on eBay. Are you buying it on eBay? No. Well, then what are you complaining about? I don't know. I'm a jerk and I just want to complain about stuff that doesn't matter. That's cool. I'll still answer your questions. So, you've got the regular MS70 Silver Eagle. And you say, I don't know why you want me to pay so much for it. I say, I don't. Doesn't matter, right? But what? It doesn't tarnish inside of a vacuum sealed case. It will get a, what do you call it? The toning. It will tone, but gold tones less than silver. The toning even makes it more collectible, though. I can show you that. Oh boy, can I show you that? I haven't done this in so long, I'm nerding out. So, a coin can tone, and a toned coin will look like that. Well, it won't look like, this is a monster tone, completely changed color. Looks like it's copper, it's not. Has a little bit of rainbow in there if you get it in the right light. This has been toned by just existing. It's an 1898, which is a common year. It's not very collectible, but... Okay, so back to this one. If I had a regular MS70, this is a 2018. Right now, I probably could sell it for less than what I paid for it. That's not the point. I'm not trying to sell this. This is different than bullion, right? When this goes up, I'll sell it. Because it'll go up to $50 an ounce. I'll sell this. Because I'll make a lot of money compared to what I bought it for. I bought it at $14 an ounce. Right, or maybe 15. I paid 30 something for it. I paid a lot more for 1 ounce of silver because it's a collectible. Now, you could say, but there's a lot of MS70s of Silver Eagles because it is the most collected coin in the world. And it has been seen as high as 30% on these. So this has been seen as high as 30% MS70s. That's high. That's a lot. That's not a low population, right? Well, people lose these. People break them open. People sell them. Drug dealer kids or drug doing kids use them to buy stuff, waste them, take them to the coin shop. Over a 50-year period, there aren't going to be a lot of these. There's not going to be 30% of them. Also, there's a silver shortage in 2018. So because of that silver shortage, they ran out of Silver Eagles. I couldn't get them at the end of the year. Or somewhere around October, I couldn't get them. Couldn't get them. In 1999, there was a silver shortage. There was only 78 MS70 Silver Eagles. You know what you could sell one for today? Today? $24,000. It doesn't matter that it's only an ounce of silver, and it doesn't matter if you paid $100 for it or $30 for it. If it's worth 24 grand, 20 years later, you ain't going to be bitching to me about what you paid for it 20 years ago. I guarantee you. So, boom. We're almost done with our lesson, folks and children and my peeps. Some rounds can be collectible. I mentioned DJT. This is very collectible. I'm not selling it to anybody, and I'm not putting it on a raffle. You want it? You're going to pay me. You don't have enough money for it. I'm not selling it. You could buy one a couple months ago for $65. I got this for $40 bucks. I bought a bunch of them. I gave my dad one. He sold them to some of his friends. We sold them to as many people that wanted them, and then they were done. They're not making them anymore. Not this one. This is a 3D 2-ounce round. It's hard to tell the 3D, but it's mirrored, right? You can see that it's mirrored, and it's super cool on the back. I mean, it's just, to see it in person is nothing else. I know, it's darn drug dealing kids. This was just bullion, right? It's just like this, right? I don't have this in a case. I've touched it. It's dinged. This is in good condition, but not perfect. In fact, there's like a weird spot on the back. I just noticed. But if I ever did get it graded, and they do grade some rounds. It's hard to get people to do it, but you can grade rounds. And if it ever came out close to, even in the 60s of the Sheldon scale, the number goes up to 70, I have no idea what I could fetch this for, but it's a lot, okay? Especially because the company went out of business. Same with this one. The same company made this one. They went out of business. They're not making them anymore. They're not going to come back. You don't come back from the problems that they had. I'm stacking everything, man. I've got coins, rounds, bars, and collectible MS70s, and gem, and 69s, whatever you... I got it all, man. I got flag bars. Anyway, I could go on and on and on. That's the lesson for today, guys, that even rounds can be collectible. There's the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Collectible, this. I could easily get $80 for this. It says, what's in your pocket? It's a Grim Reaper. The date, December 23rd, 1913. It's not when it was made. It was made in 2013. But 1913 is when the Feds started. It's called Crazy Money. Grim Reaper, what's in your pocket? I could easily sell this for $80 today. I got it for like 20. So it's a round. I mean, you just don't know, right? You just don't know what it's going to be worth. And so you take care of them. You put them in plastic. You start to learn. You don't need to know. I help people, right? But you start to learn. You say, all right, this might be worth something. Should I put it in a case? And you say, Aaron, what do you think? And I say, let me look at it. No, that thing's so dinged up, wouldn't matter. Or yeah, it's pretty dinged up, but like this one, Silver Bullet, Silver Shield. This is terrible condition. Look at how bad a condition that's in. But the reason I keep it in a case is because it's special to me. I could get another one in better condition, but it was a gift. 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, can't find them. I bought this for $15. I could easily sell it for $40. So you just don't know. If you don't know, put it in a case. If you don't know, put it in a case. So, all right. That's it for today's lesson, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel like you learned something. And if you don't have it memorized for the quiz at the end, you're screwed. All right. I'm going to go back to my camera of the screen. That was fun. I would do that more often, except for it kind of covered almost everything. Not really. There's so much more I could talk about. But I wanted to talk about bionic eyes. And I want you guys to hear about bionic eyes. Silver's at $17 right now today. It closed at, right here. Let me log in. Closed at 1701, I think. And gold is at 1730. Oh my Lord, it's jumping up. My God, children. It is jumping up. Look at gold. 1516. A wowzer. Yeah, not just a quiz, but a test. A test of all tests. All right, bionic eyes guy. Hold on, I need a drink of my water. Water. It's water, I swear. Okay, if you think about Jesus and the water and the wine thing, it might be wine. Okay, the transhumanist Russian student who lost sight after explosion developing bionic eyes for himself. Because, listen to this, guys, he will not die a blind man. I don't know where that is. It's in here somewhere. But, oh, I will not die a blind man. So let's see. You have to be a member, Susan, to buy from 7K Metals. I can buy because I am a member. So, but it's worth it. In fact, oh, by the way, congratulations to Diane, who just signed up today. She is wonderful. I want to mention her real quick. I'm gonna turn around because I want, if she ever watches this, she should see the excitement in my eyes. And you should too. Diane has been looking at this for several months. She's watched all my gold and silver videos, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Brenda's a member. We have a few members in here that come on. Joseph's not here, but Karen B, she'll come on here. Joseph, he's a member. Red Pill's a member. And you're going to say, well, how's that? He's always talking about Noble Gold. Well, he has a contract. Contracts. And Diane and Brenda's a member now. Congratulations, Brenda. And the reason I'm mentioning Diane specifically is she's been looking at this a while, guys. A while. And I didn't have to tell her. I don't convince people, right? I can't convince anybody of anything. But I didn't try to convince her why she should join or why it makes any difference. But she just started looking at what she spends on gold and silver every month, and she's putting some money aside for it. She watched my videos, learned as much as she could, and she realized looking at the price differences that it was a huge difference. We sell the lowest prices for bullion. All our bullion. You will not find a better price. Mike Maloney can't even match us. Even though he says he'll match, he can't. Not us. So it matters over time if you're buying. Okay, so good job, Diane. I love that she spent that time, and I love that Brenda prayed about it. This is what I tell people. You should pray about it. Don't make a decision without prayer. Don't do that, right? Because if God, and I had a friend say that. She goes, yeah, I prayed about it, and I don't think it's the right thing for me. I said, I believe you then. If that's the answer you got from the Lord, by all means, do not do this. All right, so this guy, he only sleeps 2 hours a night, so why not make some bionic eyes? Plays guitar, has a custom prosthesis, and has illegally implanted a microchip somewhere. I don't know where. He was disfigured by an accident when he was 14. You know what, Ben? I took a picture of myself with a thing on a note card that said that. Aaron Moffat for president. And I got like 100 votes, I'm sure. Anyway, now he's 21, has no recollection of messing around after school with his friends and picking up a gas canister that somehow exploded in his hands. That didn't make sense. So he had to bend hardware to his will. Yes, this guy did not ask for help from demonic people. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Finding support in his family and inspiration from the lives of others who overcame conditions like this, like Stephen Hawking, who visited Epstein's Island. Okay, I know where he's getting his information from. Anyway, he once hated math and argued often with his teachers, became obsessed with learning and technology, and he will not die a blind man. So, let's see. He got an epiphany. Of course, he had an epiphany. He didn't seek demonic intelligence. He had an epiphany. I knew I had to bend hardware to my will so that it would be at my service. Well, or did he get the book about Solomon and his demon servants? Now, that book can be used for good or for bad. I do care what people say, so I won't say I don't care what anybody says. I do care, but it is still my opinion as it stands today that Solomon was not an evil dude. And he did have demons as servants, but he took great care. I mean, when you look at his wisdom, now it could go both ways. I could be wrong. Like his wisdom could have come from God or otherwise, but if it came from God, it was certainly better than anything Satan could have gave him. And he would be able to have the kind of ability to understand how to have demons as servants. I don't think you and I have that kind of wisdom. So anyway, he learned how to code. Learned to code, bro. Dictating commands from memory, picturing whole pages in his mind because he didn't have eyes, obviously. Not to earn money, but to make the world around him easier to navigate. When first came the custom software for internet browsing, then a hack to just, he's obviously got some kind of brain implant that's helping him do something, and this is why they're talking about it, because it's cool, guys. It's all right. You just should accept the brain implant. Go ahead, put it in your heads, because this guy did it when he was a rebel, and he wasn't supposed to, and now it's changing his life for the better, and everything's wonderful, and AI is going to take care of us. Future AI will be too smart to care about us. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have a good thing to say about it, I guess. But he's got a chip. He's got it already. He's the first one to take the mark, and I guess he's very happy about it because he's got some hot chicks hanging out with him. And, and then there's this chick. So I clicked on this one. Very interesting. The bionic limb woman whose husband severed her hands learns to accept her body with photo shoot. Now I want you to watch how this goes. This sounds pretty bad, right? This is definitely clickbait in a way, but very interesting story. I won't deny it. And then the first thing you see is, I can't read your Twitter feed while I'm on here, I'm sorry. But the first thing you see is this very sexy-ish, I mean, I don't find her sexy, but, she's got her legs, she's on a ladder of all things, guys. I mean, they could have picked anything, but let's do a ladder. She's on a ladder. She's ascending. She's a sex kitten because she's got kitten ears. And it's sexy. It's sexy AI stuff, right? So then the story, now you go down, and then it gets traumatic. Listen to this. A Russian woman whose rage-filled husband took her into a forest and chopped off her hands. It gets bad, guys. If this is true, this had to be so horrific. Doesn't excuse her sexy sex kitten AI pictures, though. Chopped off her hands and spoken out about the recovery and battle to accept her body, because she couldn't accept her body any other way. Ugh, it kills me. Anyway, she was 25 when her ex-husband Dmitry drove her out into the woods and in a fit of jealousy and rage broke her wrists first with an axe, cut off her fingers, then eventually her hands, saying if he could not be with her that she would be a cripple. Then he also struck her legs with the axe several times. It is a very traumatic story, guys. I was sitting there listening to it going, oh my gosh. I have a sensitivity where I can just kind of picture that stuff in my head, so it's hard for me to read these things sometimes. Yeah, even with the stuff I research, guys, it's hard. So anyway, yikes. Horrible story. And yet she still couldn't accept herself until she decided to become a sex kitten on a ladder with her bionic arm and her black boots and her boobs hanging out with her little sex kitten ears. Give me a break. Just give me a break. I don't know what else to say about that. But I don't know. Maybe she's preparing for the day that she will have to be killing aliens, right? Because, I mean, we should all be prepared for that, right? What if we have to kill some aliens? Scientists often kill animals. That's just a grisly fact of biological research. But it's a bit more complicated in the theoretical future where we've made first contact with extraterrestrial life. At that point, science author Guy Harrison argues in Psychology Today that biologists may have to come to terms with killing alien life in the name of scientific progress, which raises a difficult question. At what point does scientific inquiry outweigh the value of life? I don't know. Ask abortionists. Maybe. Just thought. Anyway, litmus test. Harrison suggests guidelines that he wants to write guidelines for what we can and can't do to these aliens that are on their way. Right? Let's get these guidelines going. I don't think you can kill demons, dude, but okay, get the guidelines ready. So, in that case, for instance, any extraterrestrial life that shows signs of intelligence ought to be spared. If it's intelligent, don't kill it. Wait, I thought that extraterrestrials were going to be smarter than us and bringing us all the hope of a new world order. In that case, we may be able to learn about alien life form by using our words instead of our scalpels. Otherwise, scientists might consider collecting individual aliens to store in a museum's archive or to cut open and study. But Harrison argues in Psychology Today that the issue is too complex and ambiguous to drop any binding rules. You know why it's so complex? Because I don't know how you're going to dissect a demon. Right? A demon. How are you going to dissect a fallen angel? Now, if it's a Nephilim, it's possible, right? Anyway, I guess, get ready to kill some aliens, guys, and not in the war type way, which is how I'd prefer it. I want to take some out in the name of Jesus. I do. So this one is kind of interesting because it says mind-controlled robot. A mind-controlled robot arm doesn't have to mean brain implants. So, how do you mind control something that doesn't have a mind? I think the whole title is confusing. I get it. It's a brain-controlled prosthetic that might not require dangerous and expensive surgery. I mean, that's good. Maybe it's somebody going up against Elon Musk and his sick decision to put, a web on our brains of, being able to read our minds and, computer connect brain to brain. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, okay, if I get a web on my brain and Whitey gets a web on his brain and then we computer connect our brains? Do you think that's the ultimate mind blower? Well, don't worry, because I'm not going to accept the mark. Thank you very much. But this MK Ultra mind-controlled robot limb is being manipulated by a brain-computer interface, which is, of course, brain mapping type of stuff, and which provides a direct link between the neural information of a brain that's wired to an EEG and to the external object. This cutting-edge research is being spearheaded by scientists at Carnegie Mellon. They got big melons there. Get it? Carnegie Huge Melon Head University. Read Romans. Oh my God, Read Rum. Read Romans 10:9-14, if you haven't, by the way, says, my pain specialist doctor told me years ago that they could implant it. Yes, that is not just a chip. That is called a spinal cord stimulator that they wanted to implant in your back or in your base of your skull. If they can do it for... Now, here's the thing, guys. Technology is pretty amazing, right? Like, you could look at the spinal cord stimulator of a person with Parkinson's and watch them when it's off, and they have got all these horrible, they can't walk, they can't grab anything, they can't talk, and then you turn it on and they're walking and talking and grabbing a drink and drinking their water. That's fantastic. Sometimes these things are not meant to be harmful. But yes, it's a spinal cord stimulator that they put in your back, and it stimulates your nerves, try to shut the pain off, tries to get in the way of the pain. They try to do it first by cutting with a laser to stop the pain response, and then they try to, and most people will do trade painkillers for that kind of technology, which is deadly. So it's almost a lose-lose. However, I personally, if it came to my pain being that extreme, or the kind of life that, not Alzheimer's. Did I say Alzheimer's? I meant, not Alzheimer's, guys. Not cerebral palsy. Oh, I can't even think. Starts with a P. Holy Lord, help me. Not Alzheimer's, but the shakes. They got the shakes. No, not cerebral palsy. Why can't I think? Whatever, you guys, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Parkinson's. Good God, Parkinson's. Ooh, thank you, brain. Parkinson's. If I got so bad that my pain was just something I couldn't live with, well, I'm not supposed to kill myself. I would probably take the stimulator over the pain meds first. And it goes the other way. First they start with pain meds, which is stupid. They do. They start with pain meds. Then they go to, well, they say injections, right? First they start with injections. Yeah, I got it finally, the Parkinson's, my God. First they start with injections. Then they say, okay, well, here's some pain meds maybe in the meantime. Then they say, let's cut the nerve. And then they say, okay, let's put in a spinal cord stimulator. Or, last resort is actually going in and doing any other kind of surgery. So whatever. I think the spinal cord stimulator is actually a pretty awesome thing. I've seen it work. But it is very invasive because it actually comes, it's in there, it's electrical, it's a lot of, but it's not all bad. All right, so I wanted to mention this because we've got our first moon travelers, guys, and they're called water bears. And raise your hand if you've ever heard of a water bear, because I hadn't. I'd never heard of a tardigrade in my life, but I now know what it is, and it looks just like the picture you see before you. So supposedly we sent these water bears to moon, and the reason is the water bear has this uncanny ability to live in about just anywhere, in anything, as long as there's water. Excuse me. Yeah, your phone doesn't, huh? What is your phone saying? I was going to cough if I didn't take another drink of my water. Sorry about the coughing. So they were traveling, of course, on an Israeli spacecraft because, you know, Israel is so awesome. You know that people out there believe that Israeli people are actually smarter than other people? They're so intelligent. There's all these Israelis coming out with new technology all the time. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, I don't have anything against Israelis, but they're not more intelligent than the general population. I'm just going to say that right now. Unless they're not getting any kind of 5G or, you know, chemtrails for some reason. Although they do have a war with Pakistan for whatever reason you believe. I probably agree with you. But anyway, it's probably not safe where they live. However, they did crash land these guys on the moon, and the water bears can be dehydrated, and they are basically in suspended animation until they get to water again. So once you get water, they puff up like this. I mean, it looks like some kind of... This doesn't even look like it could possibly be a real thing, but it is. It's crazy. These little, you know, tiny things. This is what we should be looking at, is all the small things. Look at what God made. There's no aliens in outer space. The weird stuff's already here. Anyway, for whatever reason, they sent them to the moon because they are the toughest animals on Earth. Water bears can survive space, and if they are able to find water on the moon, they will blow themselves back up into a nice little cute, pugly thing with their little claws and their circular mouth, and they'll be moon walking because they can survive in that environment, whatever environment it actually is. I've been reading on something called the purple haze because somebody suggested it, and it is quite interesting. And it's too hard for me right now to understand. So, and lastly, I know you guys have all seen this because you're all on Twitter, but I don't care. I'm going to show you. Well, I do care that you've seen it. If you ever want to talk to anybody about the number of people that are in the circle of the Clintons for suicide or mysterious death, then you can go to this article at the Gateway Pundit that says, here it is, a complete list of the associates who allegedly died or were suicided, and it's quite long. 46. Not included are the 4 in Benghazi, so you might as well say 50. And I guess Seth Rich maybe not be on there, so 51. And there's probably 10 more somebody else could look up. I just wanted to show that. And yeah, monsters inside me. Oh, but they're not monsters. They're cute. They're actually really cute. And basically, now we can add this guy to the list. So I think 52. And I wanted to point this out. If you guys haven't seen this, if you are a Q follower, you're going to know about the Mad Hatter. Operation Mad Hatter leads to multiple arrests in central Arkansas. 15 defendants are in custody after a DEA operation led to several arrests this morning as a part of a federal drug investigation. Operation Mad Hatter has resulted in the identification of several drug traffickers and the seizure of large quantities of cocaine, ecstasy, methamphetamine, and heroin. Operation Mad Hatter, run by the Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force, is an ongoing DEA domestic cartel initiative investigation. Today's arrest followed the unsealing of an indictment of 19 individuals who were charged by a federal grand jury on August 7th of 2019, and of those, 15 are now in custody, and law enforcement has made contact with the remaining 4. In February of 2019, DEA made the first arrest related to Operation Mad Hatter, so the first arrests for Operation Mad Hatter were February of 2019. And today's arrest stemmed from activity uncovered during the ongoing investigation. So you can read the rest of that on your own. I don't read articles usually. And if you want it, I can send it to you, whatever. I don't put stuff in the, I don't put stuff in the information description box anymore because I put it in there and then people go, could you put some stuff in the description box about this? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Poof, it's done. Like, it's already there. Anyway, nobody sees it. I don't know why. I always check description boxes. I don't understand. Like, to me, that's the biggest thing. It's the first thing I click if I have a question about anything in the video. The first thing I click is the description box. I want more information, but I guess I'm the only one. And I'm also the only one that remembers that there's a community page on my YouTube. How do I get to your raffles? You go to my YouTube and you're at home. You're like, oh, I wonder what the newest video is. Oh, cool. These are really popular uploads. Oh, wow. 13,000 views. Glory to God. Oh, she's got some other stuff. Cool. Oh, and then you look up here and you go, oh, I could just look at just the videos. I could check out playlists. Oh, what's this community thing? Oh, there it is. So guess what? Back to this. Hey, guys, I've only got 4 spots left for this $20 gold satellite. It's the last satellite I'm going to do. Yes, I have 3 spots left. It is the last satellite I'm going to do, though, because I can fill this other spot. They're $100 spots. For $20, you can win 2 spots. So $20 a spot. Can't I just email you and ask you or follow you on Twitter? You sure can email me. Good one. Yes. You can email me at ladyliberty@countermail.com, which is also how you pay for your spots with PayPal. You can find me on Twitter at ladyliberty1313. You can find me on YouTube as Aaron Moffat. You can go to my 7K medals with Lady Liberty at the end of the 7kmedals.com. And Lady Liberty 17 on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Lady Liberty 17. So yes, those are all ways you can do it. And I'm going to do a little, bye to y'all. And I appreciate you coming on. I did my Monday night thing. I needed a break last night. And I wanted to go on with RAFFLE, but you guys, it exhausts me to do those videos for whatever reason. When I put it out, I'm like, and I go to bed early for 2 days, and I can research some stuff, but I don't really retain it. So I just got to, glad I taught you, Brenda. Glory to God, though, on that, because I'm just a conduit for the Lord, and he uses me, and it's awesome. So, yep, you can find me on lots of places, not Facebook, though. I'm on Instagram, too, but you guys aren't on there much. It's the only place that stuff doesn't get taken down because AI can't read memes. Some people are catching on. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I don't do this out loud, but I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to say a prayer. God, I am so grateful for this community. God, I am so lucky, blessed. I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. I'm blessed for this community. I'm blessed that people are hearing your truth. But I'm blessed that you're using me, and I thank you. I'm grateful for that. These are really smart people, and we can make a change in this world, and you are helping us do that. And the glory goes to only you, God. It is only you that can make this change with us. The Great Awakening is not about a bunch of truth about a deep state. The Great Awakening is coming to God. It is the only way we can truly change our circumstance, no matter what the circumstance is. If we're in prison, or we're free, or concentration camp, or on a farm, or in a country that just has a lot of strict rules, or if we lose our rights here, which could happen. So we pray for that kingdom of heaven here on earth right now, and that we can bring that to other people and show them what that really means. And thank you for the army of people that are fighting with me. Let us put on the full armor every day and go out to battle for you, God. We are not going to worship you from the prison cell any longer. We're coming out and we're fighting, and we are going strong. And all glory to you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. God bless you guys. Good night.